welcome to this video on the production of goods and services. In this lesson, we'll explore what production means, how productivity is measured, and the methods businesses use to improve efficiency and manage resources effectively. Next, production. Production is the process of managing resources effectively to create goods and services. It adds value by transforming raw materials into something more useful. For example, to produce a chocolate cake, you need ingredients like flour, sugar, eggs, butter, milk, and cocoa powder. These products are combined through baking to create a final product that's worth more than the individual ingredients. Productivity. Productivity measures how efficiently resources are used in production. It shows how much output is created from a given amount of input. Businesses often calculate labor productivity by dividing total output by the number of employees. For example, if a factory produces 10,000 units with 100 workers, each worker's productivity is 100 units. Higher productivity means more is produced with fewer resources, which reduces costs and makes the business more competitive. Ways to increase productivity. There are many ways businesses can improve productivity. Quality control reduces waste and ensures fewer defective products. Automation, such as using machines and robots, can speed up production. Training employees helps them work more efficiently, while motivation through rewards or better working conditions boosts effort. Technology, like advanced software or faster machinery, improves processes. And finally, better inventory control ensures resources are always available when needed. Next, benefits of increasing efficiency and productivity. Improving productivity benefits both businesses and employees. By using fewer resources for the same output, businesses reduce costs. Lower average costs mean higher profits and competitive prices. Sometimes fewer workers are needed, but those who remain may earn higher wages because of improved efficiency. For example, a car company using automated robots can produce vehicles faster, reduce costs, and pay skilled technicians more. Next one, inventory management. Inventories are the stock of raw materials, partly finished products, or completed goods held by a business. They make sure production continues without delays and that customer demand is always satisfied. A buffer inventory is extra stock kept in case demand suddenly raises or supplies are late. The reorder point is the minimum level of inventory before new stock must be ordered. Managing inventory effectively prevents shortages and avoids wasting money on excess stock. Factors affecting the amount of inventory held. Several factors influence how much inventory a business should keep. High sales demand means more stock is needed. Perishable goods like food require less stock to avoid waste. If storage costs are high, businesses keep lower inventory levels. Reliable suppliers reduce the need for large stockpiles, while unreliable suppliers mean businesses must keep more. Large companies usually hold bigger inventories than small businesses. Finally, the production method matters. Flow production requires higher inventories, while just-in-time keeps them very low. Lean production. Lean production is all about reducing waste and improving efficiency. It removes any activity that doesn't add value to the customer. The 7 types of waste include overproduction, where goods are made before demand exists, leading to storage costs. Waiting wastes time when work isn't moving forward. Transportation adds no value if goods are moved unnecessarily. Holding too much inventory raises costs. Motion like unnecessary bending or stretching wastes energy and can be unsafe. Overprocessing happens when complex machinery is used for simple jobs. Finally, defects waste time and money because products must be fixed or replaced. Benefits of lean production. Lean production brings many advantages. Less storage is needed, reducing warehouse costs. Goods are produced more quickly, which means faster delivery to customers. Defects are reduced, saving time and money. Equipment is used more efficiently, and cutting out unnecessary processes lowers costs further. Finally, by simplifying tasks and removing wasteful activities, lean production can improve health and safety for workers. Methods of lean production. There are two main methods of lean production. Kaizen, a Japanese term, means continuous improvement. It involves workers suggesting small regular improvements to reduce waste. And the second one is just-in-time, which means holding very little inventory and producing only when needed, which cuts costs. Now let's talk about the first one, Kaizen. Kaizen means continuous improvement, and it is an approach where small, regular changes are made to improve efficiency. The focus is on involving workers at all levels to suggest improvements since they know the problems and possible solutions best. For example, a factory team might suggest moving machines closer together to reduce wasted time walking between them. This not only speeds up the processes but also makes workers less tired. The advantages of Kaizen are significant. Increased productivity comes from steady improvements that reduce delays and waste. Because machines and workstations are rearranged to avoid clutter and unnecessary movement, working process is reduced because tasks are streamlined, meaning fewer unfinished products are left lying around. Finally, better factory layouts allow workers to be freed up for other important jobs. For instance, if Kaizen identifies that tools are placed far away, moving them closer saves time and effort. This approach leads to a culture of teamwork, motivation, and long-term efficiency without heavy investment in new technology. And the second one is just-in-time, inventory control. Just-in-time is a system where materials and components arrive exactly when they are needed in production. Instead of holding large amounts of stock, businesses keep only the essentials. This reduces the need for warehouses and cuts storage costs. Finished products are sold quickly, which means cash comes back into the business faster. The advantages of just-in-time are clear. Lower storage costs mean businesses do not need to spend money on large warehouses or pay for extra insurance. For example, a car manufacturer can receive parts daily rather than storing them for months, saving space and money. Another advantage is that unsold goods are less likely, because products are only made when there is demand. This prevents waste, especially for goods that can go out of fashion quickly. Finally, cash flow improves because money is not tied up in large amounts of stock. A company using just-in-time can invest that money into research, marketing, or new technology instead of letting it sit in a warehouse. Next, methods of production. Businesses use different methods of production depending on their needs. The three main methods are job production, batch production, and flow production. Now let's look at them one by one. The first one, job production. A job production is when items are made individually to suit each customer's needs. A good example is a tailor making a custom suit. The tailor makes the customer's exact measurements, chooses the right fabric, and carefully creates a unique product. No two suits are exactly the same, which makes this a personalized form of production. The advantages are clear. First, customers get exactly what they want, which increases satisfaction. Workers, such as tailors, also feel proud of their craft, which gives them high job satisfaction. This method is flexible, allowing unique or one-off items to be made. Since the products are custom-made, higher prices can be charged, meaning greater profit margins. However, there are also disadvantages. Skilled labor is required, which is expensive. Making a suit takes more time compared to mass production, which slows down output. Errors, like cutting fabric incorrectly, are costly because materials cannot always be reused. Materials themselves may also be more expensive, as they are chosen specifically for each order. This makes job production suitable for high-quality, custom goods, but less efficient for mass markets. Second one, batch production. Batch production is when goods are made in groups or sets, instead of individually or continuously. A bakery, for example, may produce a batch of 500 loaves of bread in the morning, then switch to producing a batch of cakes in the afternoon. Clothing manufacturers also use batch production to make seasonal collections in different sizes and colors. The advantages of batch production are flexibility and efficiency. It allows businesses to switch between different products without completely changing the production process. Unit costs are lower than job production because goods are made in larger numbers. Machinery and equipment are used more efficiently since the same tools can be applied to multiple batches. Customers also benefit from greater variety, such as different clothing designs or bakery items. However, batch production also has disadvantages. Machines often need to be reset or cleaned between batches, which wastes time and slows output. Storage may be required if one batch is finished before the next batch begins. If a mistake occurs during production, the entire batch may be spoiled. Finally, batch production is less personal than job production, meaning customers get less customization. And the last one, flow production. Flow production, also known as mass production, is a continuous process used to produce large numbers of identical goods. A car factory is a classic example, where vehicles move along an assembly line with each worker or machine completing one step. Soft drink factories also use flow production to bottle thousands of drinks per hour. The advantages are significant. Flow production creates very high output, allowing economies of scale, which lowers unit costs. Because goods are standardized, quality is consistent across all products. Machinery and labor are used efficiently, and large markets receive a steady supply of goods. For instance, companies like Toyota or Coca-Cola rely on flow production to meet global demand. But there are disadvantages. Setting up and maintaining production lines is extremely expensive. Work on the line can be repetitive and demotivating for employees. Flow production is also inflexible. Changing the design of the product can be costly and time-consuming. Finally, if one machine breaks down, the entire production process may stop, causing delays. Factors affecting the method of production. Several factors determine which method of production a business should use. The nature of the product is key. Unique, customized products require job production, while standardized products suit flow production. The size of the market also matters. Small markets may use job or batch production, but large markets often need flow production to meet demand. The nature of demand is important too. Steady demand encourages flow production, while seasonal or irregular demand is better suited to batch or job production. Finally, the size and resources of the business influence the choice. A small firm may not have the capital to set up an automated flow production line, so it relies on job and batch methods instead. Technology and production. Technology plays a major role in modern production. Automation means equipment in factories is controlled by computers, reducing errors and speeding up processes. Mechanization still requires humans to operate machines, but it increases efficiency compared to manual work. CAD or computer-aided design allows designers to create 3D models on computers, while CAM, computer-aided manufacturing, uses machines to produce those designs. CIM, computer-integrated manufacturing, combines CAD and CAM for a fully automated process. Technology also improves how businesses interact with customers. EPOS systems record sales instantly, while EFTPOS allows customers to pay electronically through debit or credit cards. Contactless payments such as Apple Pay or Google Pay make transactions faster and more convenient, which improves customer satisfaction. Next, advantages of technology in production. Technology provides many advantages for businesses. Efficiency increases because machines and software complete tasks faster than humans. Output and productivity rise, helping businesses meet customer demand. Quality becomes consistent since computers reduce human error. Lower unit costs result from economies of scale, making products more affordable. Technology also speeds up customer service. For example, supermarkets with self-checkout machines reduce waiting times. Data collection is easier with EPOS systems, allowing businesses to track sales trends and plan effectively. Altogether, these advantages give business a strong competitive edge in the market. And the last one, disadvantages of technology in production. Although technology improves efficiency, it also has disadvantages. First, the setup and maintenance costs are very high, Buying robots and advanced systems require huge investment, which small firms cannot always afford. Second, automation often replaces workers, which can lead to job losses and low morale. Another problem is that technology changes quickly. Expensive machines may become outdated within a few years. Breakdowns also create serious delays because production often depends on one main system. Finally, employees must be trained to use new equipment, which takes time and money. For example, supermarkets that introduce self-checkout machines must train staff to manage and maintain them, adding to costs. Today, we have explored production, productivity, lean methods, and the role of technology. Each approach has its own benefits and challenges, and businesses must choose what works best for them. So here's a question for you. Which production method, job, batch, or flow, do you think is the most effective for today's businesses, and why?